Is India moving towards a prime ministerial election? Okay. What is prime ministerial election? It is analogous to president election in United States. India is is India moving towards the kind of direct prime minister election? This is a big question that is hitting many one's brain now. Is India is moving towards a prime minister direct election? Because what are the problems that is going on? India is a poor country. The way Indian elections are going on, India has separate election for state assembly and separate election for central assembly. Okay, in that sense, there are two problems. First problem is money spent is very high. Government declares that 4,500 crore is the election commission's budget. Budget Election commission's budget is 4,500 crore as far as 5 year election is concerned. Every 5 year, election commission is spending 4,500 crore in election, including central and assembly election. But this is not the data the the outsiders are giving. In 2019 election, only parliamentary election, in that election, government had spent 90,000 crore. 90,000 crore was net expenditure. That includes EVM machine, VVPAT machine, so many machines also. These are very costly. That's why discussion is going on that election must happen through ballot paper because that is very cheap. Otherwise, too much expenditure is there. Now every VVPAT and machine they have battery that you have to replace. Something happens, you have to keep in kind of surplus amount so that you can replace if something going on. So much locha is there. Whereas if someone is printing, if you go for ballot paper, just one printout is required with the press, and then it can go directly to the voting places. No replacement is required. Nothing is required, and malfunctioning is not possible because booth looting is not possible because everyone has a smartphone. People who take video and they will upload on social media, so no one can capture the booth. If someone is capturing the booth, he cannot hide it. So the voting machine came into the picture to avoid the booth capturing. No, that is not possible. Someone can capture, but it cannot be hidden. As good as booth capturing is not possible nowadays. Impossible because of the rise in the technology. But government can government afford spending 90,000 crore, 1 lakh crore in central assembly election, and then I believe double of this money will get spent in the provincial assembly election because they happen separately. 3 lakhs crore to 4 lakh crore a Indian government can spend in election. That is the question that is going on. 30 years back, 1995, the budget of India was 72,000 crore. 72,000 crore was the budget of India. Because of this American company and German company and this French company and Italian company, they are investing in India. Somehow Indian government, the revenue increased and $1 was merely in that era 14-15 rupees. Now it came to 90 rupees. More or less, rupee has grown like anything. When dollar is coming into the country, rupees are in bulk now. In that sense, the government is showing the kind of income. Earlier, it was 72,000 crore was the dollar less actual rupee budget of the country. Now it has reached more or less 50 lakhs crore. In that sense, 3 to 4 lakh expenditure in the election. Still, it is not possible. It is very, very high practically, but government is saying it is 4,500 crore. But practical situation is this much. 3 to 4 lakh of the EVM VVPAT machine are very costly. Am reiterating it. Sometime back in Gujarat election, I believe 5 years back, Gujarat election, only VVPAT machine was purchased in 16,000 crore. 16,000 crore. Now government cannot afford. So government is bringing a bill in the parliament, one nation, one election. One nation, one election means election will, the central assembly election and provincial assembly election will happen together. Now, person who is going to vote, he will have two voting machine. One is for MP and one is for ML. Okay, in that sense, now why two? Because he want different chief minister and he want different prime minister. His choice for the chief minister is from different party, local party, and choice for the prime minister would be different from the central party. In that sense, it makes sense to have separate election. But keeping the ballot paper or EVM together, one nation, one election, people are opposition party, they are opposing this. But money is not there. Central government. When people are poor, people, half of the Indian people, they do not have two-time food. Two-time food. I'm not talking about clothes. Two-time food also people they do not have. Half of the Indian people. Two-time food is not available. Then, then what will happen to the country? May be rich, government may be rich, but day by day it will pull down, and this is what is happening. Now, central government they do not have any money. Now, in that sense, they cannot afford two elections. One election itself is very costly. How come? Now they are saying so. This way, 3 to 4 lakh crore is the practical expenditure in the election. Then that election will come to 90,000 crore. Is the what? So at least it will be reduced by 75%. Only 25% expenditure will be there. Now, opposition party, they are kind of jumping now. It is not possible. If that is the case, the sovereignty of or independence of each state will go on toss. Now, people typically they will tend to vote same. If EVM, central EVM, MP, member of parliament, EVM box is there, and MLA, EVM box is there, they will vote same. And whereas if election happens separately, the local party would win. Otherwise, if same voting machine are placed, the central party will win. The locality, the provincial government that is formed with the local party, that will never be formed. This is not the kind of state-wise, this is not the kind of transparency, this is not the proper democracy. This is partial democracy or hybrid democracy. This is what people would not like. So elections should happen, but when money is not there, how election can happen separately? At the end, money is required, right? Fundamentals are different. I also want to travel only in aeroplane because this is what I like. This is the what I save my time. Very nice, right? When I don't have money at all, then how I can travel by aeroplane? It saves me money. That is different thing. When money is not there, then how to election is possible? Now government is bringing bill. Now bill is passed in the in the kind of parliament, but this needs amendment in the constitution. That we will talk little later. Amendment in constitution and this kind of thing. I have one more proposal here. Why I am saying this country is moving towards single prime minister. I mean separate prime minister election. Now, what will happen next? When money is not there, election cannot happen separate. Guarantee. When government is saying I don't have money to conduct the election separately, then how election? When India became independent country, at that time it was poor country, whatever it is. For 20 years, election happened combined fashion only, central assembly and provincial assembly, because lack of money. Now, now it was showing. Now again, same situation has come. So election would happen when people are saying opposition. In opposition is firm on its decision. We will not let the constitution modify. Constitution modification need two-third majority in upper chamber and lower chamber both. House of Lords and House of Commons. Okay, upper Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha both two-third majority. That is impossible with the current government. In that sense, what is the future of the election? Now election, now if person is going to vote, then one side he will vote to the MP and one side he will vote to the ML. Okay, that is not possible because opposition is not allowing it. Because one will elect prime minister, one will elect chief minister. There is a high chance the person will vote same. Okay, in that way, that doesn't make sense. How it would make sense that every state would will have different dignity, and this prime minister would continue. There is only one solution of it. What is the one solution for it? That there will be kind of prime minister would be elected separately. In that sense, person who is vote for MP and MLA, he know that when he is going to cast vote on MP, this vote is not going to elect prime minister. Or rather, I would say there should be two boxes kept there. One is for prime minister and one is for MP. Local election is gone. One vote is for MP and one is for prime minister directly. This is what at this point they will come together. The opposition and the ruling party, they would come together at this point. Now this maintains the local fundamentals also. If person is electing MP, which they are not going to elect prime minister. In that sense, these MP in a state, if Tamil Nadu is a state and 40 MPs are there, then these 40 MP would elect their chief minister, but they cannot elect prime minister. Now they are discontinuous to each other. This way it is possible. Now they are electing prime minister separately. Now this becomes local come central election, that is MP. MLA concept is gone. Now two EVM will be there. One is for prime minister, one is for MP, and they are together because there is no money to conduct separate election. This way, the ruling party can mute the opposition that now we are following it. Prime minister election directly, and look, people would be happy because prime minister election does not happen directly. Like Manmohan Singh, people were not knowing, and new prime minister came into the picture. Like Janata Dal prime minister, whoever happened, people were not knowing it, and one prime minister came into the picture. So if that is the scenario, like 1991 election, where Narsi Rao became prime minister, people were not knowing it. So these kind of situations should be avoided only when prime minister poll happens separately. That is completely not disconnected from the MP election. If that is the case, then MP seat. This is the one possibility. What is the other possibility? Other possibility is prime minister is separate election and MLA election. There is no MP election at all. Prime minister and MLA. Prime minister and MLA. Now this MLA, they are going to sit in the local assembly and they would elect their chief minister. Chief minister election would not be direct. Now these MLA, they only elect the higher upper house MPs and the center. So these MLA statewide, they would elect the MPs, and now these MPs are going to sit in the center. Now it is state representative are sitting at the center. Prime Minister is completely separate. Prime Minister would make its ministers cabinet and they would run the government because they are highly elected. But now very high level decisions like modifying the constitution and some high level decision, they need the kind of decision from the parliament, and that parliament is nothing but representative of a state only. They are going there. So state sovereignty and different culture in different state would take place, and prime minister would be elected separately. So this would satisfy the current government, ruling government plan, and the opposition. Anyway, we'll continue this discussion because money is not there. When money is not there, then your sentiments will not work. Because at the end, sentiments to get satisfied, to touch the ground, you need your money. When money is not there, nothing would work. So there can be many permutation and combination that we will see. We will also see that how one nation, one election, that is the government is bringing the bills, how it is also feasible. So we will continue discussion on direct electing the prime minister of the country, looking like this is going to happen in 2029. Get ready of it.